The EVO Awards event just happened and SNK took the spotlight and made a ton of announcements for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. In this video I'm going to wrap up all the announcements, but we're also going to analyze and talk in more detail about the exhibition match, especially the last match between Reynald and Arslan, because it shows the potential that this game has in terms of gameplay and how it is completely different from other fighting games out there at the moment. If you enjoy fighting game content and you want more videos for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing, and leave a comment. Do you think that Fatal Fury has what it takes to compete with Street Fighter 6? I think it does. So let's get into the announcements and actually stay until the end of the video, because as I said, we are going to analyze the incredible exhibition match that Reynald and Arslan had in detail. The first big thing, of course, is that Kain is officially on the game. He has been announced and he's going to be part of the base roster, which is incredible. He's, the boss from the original Garo, always looking incredibly cool, super fun character to play, and he's probably going to be incredibly strong also. So it is a great addition to the roster of the game. It's gonna make the game sell, that's for sure. And with him, there is a big detail about the game in general, and that is that a lot of people speculated that his stage was going to be Geese stage, because we saw some pictures of Geese stage and everyone was talking about him getting that because he was going to be the new big thing, the big boss. But he has his own classic stage from the original Garo, which means that there is a really big chance that Geese is actually going to be in the game, and maybe he's going to be the last announcement for the base roster. It would be a really big surprise, because I think that everyone at this point is waiting for Geese to be DLC. But him being DLC of Season 2 sounds a little far away, so I wouldn't be that surprised if Geese is the last character to get announced because of this important and very relevant detail. All of this, of course, discussion has been very present on the Rufflemonger channel, so huge shout out to him because of his big brain and all of the analysis that he always does about the speculation of characters in general, because there is a chance that he might be right and Geese might be in the game. And in other announcements, of course, we got another official trailer for the open beta on the 20th of this month in 4 days, so it's super soon. And they basically show us what we can play, and there is actually a big surprise because we can play Kain, which is pretty incredible since he just got announced. So the fact that we can try the character out being the last character announced, it's incredible. Super fun roster, to be honest. You have some classic ones like Terry, Rog, Mai. You also have newcomers like Vox Reaper, even a boss character technically on Kain. So there is anything you need on the game, a lot of different playstyles, so you can have a diverse experience while you try the game out to see if you like it or not. So I encourage everyone to try this game out during the beta, because it's the best chance for you to see if you like it or not, and it's probably going to be very fun. And last but not least, we got Terry's classic custom, kind of a sneak peek into it, looking very good. And SNK basically confirmed the leak for Season 1. This season is actually part of the full price of the game, so you don't need to pay extra money for it, which is incredible. And I think that this is a great season. So it is a huge win for us that this leak was actually real. And now let's actually get into the exhibition match between Reynald and Arslan to see some gameplay, because as I said before, it shows the potential of this game. The first thing to talk about from the exhibition are actually throws, because it was mentioned in the broadcast that throws give you red meter back, and they also in some situations take away red meter from your enemy. So it seems like throws are going to be incredibly strong in this game, and they actually have like a very big tech window that was also talked about during the broadcast, because it seems like they are so strong that they need to have like easy counterplay. So throws, it seems like, are going to be a very good thing, a big thing in the game, but there is no signals that there are going to be throw loops like in SF6, so it seems like it's going to be relatively balanced, or better balanced than at least on Street Fighter. Another key thing to analyze is that the pace of the matches was actually very fast, very high, which is very interesting because they are playing a Sonar versus Rushdown character matchup, which generally tends, to force and a slower pace of neutral. And the opposite happened. They play very fast, they try to check themselves 24/7, and there's a lot of offense going, even though the defensive mechanics are super strong. So this is a great sign, because it means that the offensive, design and gameplay that SNK always has is going to prevail over, this defensive mechanics. So there's going to be a big balance. Look at that interaction, he tries to do the Derive Impact version in this game, and he gets super, very nice. Similar interaction to an SF6 one. But as you see, the pace of the game is super fast, even though we have this matchup, which is a great signal, because it means that one, the pace of the game is going to probably be very high across the board, doesn't matter what character you're playing, and two, the game is probably going to be a lot more interesting and intricate than SF6 in terms of neutral, which is what we want at the end of the day, because we want this game to be different than SF6. So this is a great sign, and this high level match, you know, shows us that that is what's going to happen. Another key thing to notice is that the damage in the game is actually not that high. You need to use a lot of resources to get high damage, which is, in my opinion, a good thing, because it's going to make this game different from the others, because in the last years it has been a big tendency to make damage in games very high, so that makes the gameplay less interactive. You have less interactions in neutral, literally, like statistically talking, and you basically get 2 touch every round. But it seems like in this game that's not gonna happen, and I think that that is great. I love, you know, a game in which you interact more, you fight more, instead of doing, you know, a combo video every 2 seconds. So in that sense, that is going to make this game feel different, which is great. And it's also going to give an opportunity for people that want to play a game like this and not play, you know, the games like Tekken and SF6, which tend to be, you know, 3 touch, 2 touch, and you're done. So in that sense, very interesting. Of course, that depends on the character. It's probably going to depend on the roster. A character, you know, like Kain that Reynald is playing, is kind of like prioritizing using meter for neutral and not for combos. But when you see Vox Reaper, you know, controlled by Arslan, the combos do hit a little stronger. So it's going to vary, but it seems like it's not going to be very degenerate, you know, as it happens on other games. Another very relevant thing is dashing. As you can see, you know, Arslan is playing a Russian character on box and Kain is a zoner, so it's a hard matchup. But the movement in the game seems to be very good. You know, you see him dash twice and he's on the face of Kain right away. So it seems like in that sense, the movement in the game, even though it looks a little clunky and slow, it is actually not. And the dashes seem very big and fast. So in that sense, you know, zoners are not going to be a nightmare. You know, they're going to be very good probably. Kain is going to be a very good character, but they are not going to win against you by only zoning you. You know, they have to diversify their gameplay. They have to make the match interactive, because it seems like dashing and movement is very strong. So that is also good news, because again, more interactions, more interactive gameplay makes the game more fun for everyone, and at the same time it makes the game more interesting and intricate. The corner is another key topic. It seems like it's going to be one of the worst situations for you in the game, in the sense that corner pressure seems to be very strong. You know, we have the situation in which Kain has Vox in the corner and he basically mixes him up, you know, with different movement time because of different jump-ins, because it's an SNK game, so there's different types of jump-ins. You also have the throws, you know, the mix-ups with the set play and buttons. Like, it seems like it's going to be very strong to have your opponent on the corner and mix them up constantly. Even though defensive mechanics are very good, it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to deal with the corner. You're going to have to play very good when you're against the corner to actually get out of there and not lose your round only because the corner is going to make you lose. So that's it for today, guys. If you want to see the full set, you know, it's on YouTube on the EVO events broadcast. It's also on some other YouTube channels that are probably going to upload it. Neo Geo now will probably upload the matches because he always does with almost any SNK content. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. Let's get into the beta, guys. Please hop into the open beta, enjoy this game, try it out, see if you like it, because it seems like it's going to be a very fun, great game. And see you on the next video, guys.